again, everybody. It's Harry Box with the Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It is May the 2nd. That's Thursday. These are the charts of the day. Well, we had an interesting market, kind of sold off and tried to bounce late in the day and held up fairly well, but doesn't mean anything. That late rally could have been strictly short covering. I'm still skeptical about the market going forward. However, individually, a lot of stocks look great. AMD, for example, bounced off support today near the trend line. If that's drawn correctly, it's probably a little bit lower than that right there, but close enough for government work. Basically, it consolidated the early April run-up for the last 4 weeks, and now it's ready to maybe to resume. Keep an eye on tomorrow on 29.15 as resistance, followed by 29.95. You get through that, you're looking at 33.34. Big day for DFFN. Percent gain leader up 91%. It exploded. Look at the daily chart, intraday, I should say. First, a big run-up and pullback, and then a five-wave corrective pullback in there, a spike up to a double top in that zone. And then a nominal new high before a late pullback. After hours, it's firmed up again. At this point, this may not be done. Now, 2 big days in a row. Well, let's see, a big day today. Ascending bull coil, we get above 665. This could ramp to 7 or 8. Here's your daily chart. One more time. You can see where there's a lot of resistance up here in that 10 range. If it extends like some other stocks we've seen, this may very well have a big day tomorrow. Oil is down, DWT's running. The little mini inverse head and shoulder broke out with a breakaway gap on a big volume today, 15 million. Now looking for the stock to make a run, and perhaps to 7.5 on this one. RNA up 194, 7.34%, is approaching its high post-IPO. I think the angle of ascent, it looks like this, calling for a move to 34.5. PII also popped to clear resistance right across here. If they can take this out, right in that area, this could pop to 113.14. PRFT with a breakaway move today. Highest level we've seen in this stock in a long time, if not ever. You can see this is a new all-time high, taking out a key resistance area and might very well extend. At this point, it wouldn't shock me if we took a run on this one and ran up near the, well, let's call it 35 area. PRPO popped 4 days in a row now after the big run up in early April. It pulled back dramatically, specifically 5 days ago. But this explosive move on the volume tells me we may go higher. I'm now looking for a run that takes on takes a run at 12 and 15. There and there. QUALCOMM in a ramping up mode after the breakaway gap. It's now channeling up and for a nice rising flag. Ultimately, I'm looking for 98 to 100. QD, in particular, has exploded and broken out of a base pattern today. You see the run-up on big volume. My target, 10, 10.5. QTNT, rising channel here, and a nice look. This lateral price resistance, or should I say support, held and now snapping back. Today's action takes it across the declining top line. An initial lateral resistance, it sets up a target of about 9 3/4 and 11. I like to look at that. RMTI popped out as well from a falling wedge that's been a month in the making. Across resistance, which came in around 535, closing at 529, although it reached 557 at one point. The volume has picked up to the best in 5 weeks. I'm now looking for a run at 6, 6 3/4, 7, and 8. SIEN may have broken a major declining top line and channel with this move today, popping 64 cents or 7.6%. And now looks like this channel might be in jeopardy, or it already has been broken with big volume. Initially, there's going to be some resistance in the 10 3/4 range, and then the target's around 12. But beyond that, looking at 15. Scorpio tanker swing trade broke out there. We gave you a swing on it. It's been ramping up quite nicely since. Secondary target's 32. It already achieved target number 1 at 27. SWAV snapping back after a couple of days of pullback consolidation after the big run-up. Your support now, no question, 38 3/4. Your resistance, 45. That's your first target. Secondary target, 50. TPX broke out of a consolidation range. It looks like that's ramping up. This is another run at resistance, perhaps in a win at around 67.8. Beyond that, this stock could really make a move and take all the way up to 80. William Lyons, the housing company, after inverse head and shoulder breakout and running angle, has accelerated that angle with a big pop today on earnings. Jumping 221 to 12.8%, the stock looks like it's headed for at least 22, 22.5. And finally, Zixi, ZYXI, Zynex, exploded through a triple top today. And with this kind of volume, I think we ramp up to 8.5, 9. That's my target zone. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening, and let's make some money tomorrow.